I got my misfire counters right here. I might be doing something soon for more power. I had 215s. Now into 275. Woo! The one thing for sure that I notice is Alright, so we are on the first drive in the full-blown wide-body fender flare kit, whatever you want to call it, from 300 with all the carbon fiber bits. It looks absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, stunning. So many words to use to describe it. I'm in love with it. Style Up Auto did an amazing job. I'll probably throw some maybe photos or videos on screen throughout the video showcasing it. But this is just kind of a first drive because not only did all of this happen, but I also, while it was at Style Up Auto, not drivable, you know, wheels weren't on or anything, I went and flashed a new tune on it. And through the drives with this tune so far, it seems like there is no more issues with rough idle or misfires. What's going on here? Let's go straight for now. So yeah, basically, right, like I flashed that tune and then I put maybe 40, 50 miles on it. No issues at all. And then there was another tune they sent me the other day just to fix up some fuel trims and stuff that they thought still needed a little bit of adjustments that they preferred to do, and still no issue. So I drove about 50 miles and it was fine, and now there's only 7 miles and it's still fine. I've stopped plenty of times at red lights, stop signs, all that stuff. No issues. The only thing I noticed was a little bit of boost dump, which usually happens right when I flash a tune, and it might have happened on a previous tune as well, so I'll see if it lingers or not. Well, one thing I'm going to say right now, when I got the car back, I was super worried and paranoid that things would be rubbing everywhere, because in the rear I had 215s, now into 275. That's just such a big jump. I thought something's definitely got a rub or whatever. Unfortunately, up front we went 275s and we didn't even bother driving it. I could already tell just from it being stationary and moving that it would rub and it wouldn't be ideal. So we went ahead and I went ahead and ordered 255/40s. So we got 255/40s up front and 275/40s in the rear. And if I didn't know that I did all these modifications recently and I got in this car, I wouldn't even know that I've slapped 275s in the rear. That's how amazing this is. I have not had any crazy rubbing or anything, but I will say you feel so much more. You feel every little damn crevice in the road. I guess it's just the wider wheels, more contact with the ground, more pavement and everything. Whatever other reason, it might be the compound and everything. I'm not positive. I'm not a tire geek by any means. But the one thing, that is the one thing for sure that I notice, is I feel so much more. It's almost like I went to stiffer springs, which I didn't. I did not change my adjustment. I did not adjust my suspension, actually. I did buy coilovers thinking I would need to dial some stuff in to get this kit to fit. Damn, that sun is bright. But we didn't have time to install it, and luckily with just the Widebody Pro Kit springs, which is what I have, and if you're interested, you know, they're on drivendistrict.com as well. I have photos of before and afters on the site if you're curious to see what it looks like. But I just have Widebody Pro Kit springs on the factory built steams and everything that comes with the Abarth trim and whatnot. I did get the Teen, if that's how you pronounce it, Teen, yeah, Flex Z coilovers because they were affordable, and I was able to get them next day very affordably because they were in stock, pretty local. Thinking I needed them, but I didn't install them yet, so I'm not positive if I'm even going to install them. I need to see what I'm going to do next. Point being is, I didn't touch the suspension, and just from going to these wheels, you feel every little damn thing. You feel the road, you feel everything's just so much more connected, but at the same time, it does feel rougher. It's a rougher ride. I guess that's the best way to put it. You feel it, and it almost feels stiffer, even though it's not. Now, I haven't went like full-blown wide open throttle. Like I said, we got 8 miles on the car, so I'll probably slowly ease into it. The one thing that I do notice with these nice meaty tires in the rear is when I'm like, let's say at a stop sign, at a light or something, and I'm making a turn and giving it throttle. Before, it was very easy for the back end to kind of squiggle out a little bit. Now, the thing just points and darts. Whatever direction you're pointing the steering wheel, it just goes. So 275s compared to 215s, that's a pretty big difference. Of course, if it's really cold out, like the first day that I picked it up, it definitely did not have too much traction. They were completely fresh tires, not broken in whatsoever, and it was probably close to freezing. A little squirmy. But other than that, right now when I'm driving, if I were to like, take a turn and just give it throttle in first gear, it just goes. It just hugs that corner and goes. And that's amazing. I'm not someone who takes this car on the track, but I would love to start doing that. And I'm sure that's where 275s in the rear are really going to show themselves off, by really just having an insane amount of traction, which I'm already noticing just in first gear. This car is not some powerhouse by any means, but with the 1446 Plus turbo and phase 3 tune, it's definitely pretty peppy. It's got some good mid-range torque and everything. It's probably one of the more aggressively tuned 124s out there. And in first gear, it wouldn't be surprising for the tires to kind of let loose if you're taking a turn, like I said, at a stop or something. But right now, these people can't drive. Right now, it just hugs and goes. So it's pretty damn nice. But we're gonna maybe open her up a little bit, even though I really shouldn't. Not that I shouldn't, but there should be more miles on it. We'll see. Usually the boost dump happens when I'm forcing it, in the sense that it's like low RPMs. So maybe we'll kind of ease into it at like 3,500 in third gear, which is right about here. We'll see how she feels. I was afraid by going to these road noise, that too, road noise. I can hear the road noise picking up a little bit at higher speeds. So that was something else. I was afraid going to these massive 275s. The wheels, I went from 17x7 to 17x10, but Titan 7 knocked it out of the park. Factory 17x7, 22 pounds. My old OZ Ultra Leggera wheels, 17x7, just different offset, 16 pounds. These 17x10. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it was 15 point something. I have a video which I will link up here with that one if you're interested. But the tires added 8 pounds in the rear. So I was like, oof, 8 pounds of rotational weight in the rear. I'm gonna feel that. But the car just freaking pulls. So we're at like a hair below 4,000. Don't want to go too crazy, because that was just basically up to speed, because there's a mall on the side there, so sometimes cops hide out. I'm not trying to speed, so to say, but man, that second gear rip felt good, and I did not hear any boost dump. Peak boost is showing 28.7. That's probably from the third gear rip earlier, as things are still adjusting, probably when I had that boost dump in third gear. Yeah, I forget what the hell I was saying 2 seconds ago. Oh yeah, I was talking about the tires. So basically the 215s to 275s, I was adding 8 pounds per corner, all 4 corners. Now luckily it's only 275s in the rear. So I added 8 pounds in the rear, and in the front, I don't know what the 255s weigh. Maybe they're a couple pounds less, so I'll just guesstimate. Maybe I added 8 pounds each in the rear and maybe 6 pounds each in the front. Pretty decent amount. It's kind of like going back to stock, in the sense of I lost 6 pounds from going stock Abarth wheels to the OZ, but now I'm running 17x10s with a 275 tire, so I'll take that, because I'm breaking even with stock with a much more aggressive setup. And power feels good right now. We're not cold, not hot. It's 68 degrees according to the car, and 66 according to my watch and phone, so it feels pretty damn good. So if anyone has seen this shift knob during this video, I'm actually doing something. I don't think I like vocally spoke about it yet, but I'm starting a brand with my own products, so to say. I'll go more in depth about it in the future, but that's what this is. I'm basically testing some products right now to see what I'm gonna do. There's a few products I'm looking to launch under my own brand. One of them probably being like a titanium shift knob. So this is a titanium shift knob that I've been testing, and I actually really like it. I like the tall style. I had the racing knob that was taller, which got discontinued, and then I have the round one. What I love about this one is it's not too tall, not too short. You could actually shift it perfectly on the side, but it's thick enough that you can hold it on top and still shift. like this too, which is awesome. So I'll go more over that in the future, just if you guys are curious, that's what it is. Back to driving. Again, the road feel. I just feel every little crevice in the road, every little bump, it just comes through the cabin more. I can feel it in my seat. I can feel it in the steering wheel. Right now we're just cruising, nothing crazy. I don't mind it. You know, this car is slowly becoming less of a daily driver, so to say. Not having a garage is one of the main reasons why now it's not going to be as dailyable, because I want to keep this looking good. The exterior of this car is pretty damn expensive right now, so I want to keep it looking good, and to do that I need to use a car cover, and it gets pretty tedious to keep putting the cover on and off every time you want to drive it, so I catch myself sometimes not taking it out and taking another one just to keep it under the cover and keep it clean. Might have to invest in a carport. If you have any good carport ideas, brands, drop a comment with that can, you know, withstand the northeastern weather of winter and snow and wind and whatnot. Might want to cop one of those, and that might help make the car a little more drivable. But yeah, like I said, it's kind of less of a daily driver at this point, but every time I do drive it, I freaking love it. Wow. What are we at, 27? No boost dump. The throttle sensitivity is tuned in so aggressively that that wasn't even full throttle, even though I'm pretty confident to the car's computer it was full throttle. It's probably like when I put the throttle down 60%, it's like, oh, you're giving it 100. It makes driving around more engaging and fun, but yeah, like that's why sometimes I say I'm not wide open throttle, but I'm pretty confident that was wide open throttle. We got a pawpaw to the right of us, so we'll just go straight. So yeah, as you can tell, we've been ripping on it for a while, and now we're coming to a stop. Idle's perfect, no rough idle at all. I got my misfire counters right here, zeros across the board. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros everywhere. Idle is 890. I've been seeing between 870 and 890, which I'm 880. There you go. Totally fine with that, because initially on older phase 3 tunes where I didn't have issues, the idle was pretty damn high. It was like, I think, hovering around 950. And then when I did have issues, it was 740 to 760, and I could feel the car wanting to stall. It would kind of, even at times, fall below 500 and pick itself back up and just kind of keep having these little hiccups. Seriously, buddy? Like, these people can't fucking drive. No blinker, no nothing, just cut me off. Anyway, well, losing my train of thought over here. The dips, yeah. So at idle, it would be very rough at idle, and it would dip a lot, and I think that might have been causing misfires. Now the idle is raised, I think, to a perfect balance, where it's not too low, nor is it too high. That 880, right now it's 880. At 880, it's perfect. Misfires are gone. So whatever else they did, let it be if they did other fuel trim adjustments, which I think they did a little bit of that, but I think the idle was one of the big reasons that it was having a very rough idle at when you're stopped, you know? So I'm glad to say that all that stuff, and a huge shout out to Donnie at New Jersey Speed Shop. If you are in the tri-state area and you need work on your Fiat or any other car, definitely reach out to Donnie at New Jersey Speed Shop. The dude's a freaking genius. He helped me out doing so many things. We were going crazy. He did a leak down test, compression test. We looked at the multi-air brick. We looked at my cam. We scoped the engine. We did so many things. I'm using this to record in case my audio doesn't come out right. We did so many things and found nothing wrong, and he even said, could it be the tune? And I'm like, I don't know, because the first 3-4 weeks on this tune, it was fine. It didn't happen till like almost a month in, so I'm like, why would it happen so far in? But it does take time for things to adjust, so maybe something happened later on. We'll see if this one holds strong. I might be doing something soon for more power. I'll probably go over that in another video. I don't know if I'm going to talk about it in this one. Only a couple people know what I want to do. Actually, what I want to do. There's way too many things I want to do. I have more long-term plans, but I got some more realistic right now plans. Okay, fine. I'll just spill the beans. I'm thinking of going E85. it's the most logical next. I hate this like hills you start stop. It's the most logical next step for me to get more power. I already have the right injectors, the 550cc injectors, which are meant for E85, and they're scaled to work with pump gas as well, but they're meant for E85. Euro Compulsion has a proven E85 map. One of their cars they're one of their track cars, Slaviso, Spoolin, all different names he goes by now, Milo, this, that. He takes his 124 Abarth when it did have the 1.4 liter with phase 3, 1446 plus on E85. He tracked the hell out of that car. Time attacks, all different things. So they have a proven E85 map, which I would love to test out. Do some data logging, who knows, maybe squeeze some more power out of it. But I think that would be the best step for me to do. I have done a bunch of driving, data testing, and just content and videos like this for you guys, for me, with stock phase 1, phase 2, then bigger turbo phase 3. We dialed everything in with that. And I want more power. Some people think it's dumb to keep going. It's just me. All my cars, I've been doing this, and I'm not going to stop anytime soon. So I'm probably going to buy some jugs, 5-gallon jugs for it. Reach out to the guys at EC and talk to them about going to 85. If anyone here knows what the power increase potentially could be, like percentage wise or whatever, when it, like on a 1.4 liter, when it comes from going 93 octane to 85, I'll be curious. I'm assuming the timing, they can run it a little more aggressive and still be safe. It's gonna run cooler. Boost, I don't know. I'm pushing a lot of boost already for 93. Like I said, my car is a little, maybe I would assume, a little more aggressively tuned than some, but I am in an area that can put up with this tune on 93 octane. So I'm not sure how much more room there is on the boost side of things with the 85. Maybe there's other parameters that are adjusted to make more power. But that's what I'm still gonna do some research on and learn. But I think that's gonna be the next logical step for more power, because I have literally everything. It's just getting the jugs, getting the 85 ready, and then working with Euro Compulsion to get that 85 tune. After that, then I got the bigger things. And that's where I'm gonna be working with Donnie over at New Jersey Speed Shop. And I will, let's see, where the hell? I wanna like get some more driving pulls in, but okay, I don't know what the fuck this car is doing. People can't drive during this drive. There's already been like 3 cars that can't drive. Yeah, I got some other things I want to do, but without going too crazy, going E85 would be the next logical step. Like I said, drop a comment. Let me know how much more power to expect. Would it be a percentage or this? I heard some people say 20%. Someone said 30 to 40 horsepower. If that's true, that's a hell of an increase on a car like this that does not weigh that much. Woo! I'm excited. That's gonna make me want to go 85 like tomorrow. Because I was looking for some more power. I thought it would, you know, feel a little nicer, but I wasn't thinking 30 to 40 wheel horsepower. That's pretty insane if that's the truth. And I want to know, eventually I want to get this car on a dyno, because I want to know how the power curve looks. Although it's a bigger turbo, I'm a little afraid that it might die off more than I would like up top. So I might, well I will, I gotta see when. I want to get it on a dyno. Ideally, if I can do it on 93 and then on 85, that would be awesome for myself and for the community. I'll see if I can do that. But I just want to know when it falls off and how much it holds to redline. That's where the K24 swap is going to be a huge difference. Peak might not be that much of a difference, but I'm a huge fan of saying like F peak, so I don't gotta curse. F peak, because seriously, peak doesn't matter if peak is 240 at mid-range and you're 180 at redline. I'm not saying it's that crazy with this. Maybe with a stock turbo you'll be over 200 and well below 200. I don't know. Maybe we'll, oh my god, there's cars everywhere. I just want to like do a pull. Alright, whatever, we'll do a pull another time. Oh, maybe we'll do a little one. Ready? Woo! Wow, I left traction on that. There was no like, I heard it. It wasn't like a chirp, but damn, these tires are gonna really help 60-foot time, 0 to 60 time. I know they are bigger, and then I don't know, it might hurt quarter mile, but it's definitely going to help 60 foot, 0 to 60, possibly 1/8 mile, quarter mile, who knows at that point if it's going to make up for it. It might help the ET, I don't know about the trap, we'll have to see. But yeah, I wish I turned off traction for that, I totally forgot. I'm literally talking about too many things at once at this point. Yeah, I was talking about the power curve. I want to know the power curve, see how much it drops off, you know, and see what else we can do even after E85, depending on if there is still a decent fall off. Set of cams, I don't know. Gotta talk to the guys at EC. I know there's other companies that make it, but I know EC made a cam, and then they made a cam, and then I think it didn't produce a ton of power. I don't know the exact specifics, so they stopped selling the cam. But there are other companies that do make a cam for this. Keep saying cams. It's just like habit of saying it plural. So I gotta see. But for now, I think E85. I think that's gonna be it for this video. It was just the first drive to this experience, how it is driving. My first impressions. I've obviously driven the car before, but not a lot. This was my first drive with the cameras on. So it was just the first drive and the first time going wide open throttle. I'm not gonna lie. First time going wide open throttle because I was logging. Did that first to second gear, the second, third gear pulls and everything. Car feels awesome. Be sure to subscribe for more. Follow on Instagram, and if you're interested in, like I said, I'm gonna be doing these shift knobs. I'm not gonna go too in depth, but I'll have some links below. Ooh, that bump. See, even that big bump, no rubbing, no nothing, even with the suspension traveling and everything. So with that said, head over to drivendistrict.com if you want to pick up some merch, car parts. We got some cool holiday gifts for car enthusiasts. Yeah, I know it's extremely hard to shop for car enthusiasts. I actually got to do some unboxings of products for you guys, some really cool stuff. But I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to check out the description for some more links, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot.